Hello students, today again we are starting third chapter, new chapter. Now actually it's a new chapter to all of you, but after my explanation for this chapter, this is old chapter. So why? Because on the basis of second chapter, this third chapter is related. Now again, sir, how many marks for this chapter number 3? So again, same weightage is of chapter number 3. Here, actually for first part of statistics, chapter number 1, chapter number 2, chapter number 3 and chapter number 4, all the chapters have same weightage. 12 marks, 12 marks, 12 marks, 12 marks. Even bifurcation of that marks is also same for 4 chapters. So same way here I can write MCQ, VSQ, short question, 1 mark, 1 mark, 2 marks, again short question 3 marks, and long question 5 marks. So total weightage 1 plus 1 2 plus 2 4 4 plus 3 7 7 plus 5 12. So total marks is 12. Now sir, question number in final examination, which question will be asked? So what are the question number of chapter number 2? Remember that questions. After that, these questions in chapter number 2, second number question is that here, third number, there is 12 number, here 13. In short question there is 22 number, here 23. There was 32 in short question of 3 marks, here 33. Four number in long question, so here 45. So question number 3, question number 13, question number 23, question number 33 and 45. This question will be asked in board examination of 12 marks. Now, in this chapter, I am not explaining you theory first, because here all the theory is depend on your calculations. So first of all, we are covering this we are covering this 45 number question, 5 marker question, and on that basis we are seeing the theory. Now this 5 marker question is very easy if second number chapter is clear to all of you. Otherwise it will be hard, because whole chapter is depend on second chapter. Now today what we are doing? Sir, today our work is to understand only and only formulas. For whole chapter we are seeing today only formula, and from next lecture we will do sums, because I am giving you one day to remember the formulas. Now going to the formula. Now again, one thing, for that you have a knowledge about second number chapters Carl Pearson's formula. Otherwise you cannot do. third chapter's formula. So again I am writing here formula of Carl Pearson in last lecture. So sir, first formula normal, R is equal to sigma x minus x bar y minus y bar divided by under root sigma x minus x bar whole square, second under root sigma y minus y bar whole square. These formulas of second chapter. On this basis, we are making here many formulas of third chapter. N sigma xy minus sigma x sigma y divided by under root n sigma x square minus sigma x whole square, second under root n sigma y square minus sigma y whole square. The third formula uv n sigma uv minus sigma u sigma v divided by under root n sigma u square minus sigma u whole square, second under root n sigma v square minus sigma v whole square. So all of we know these three normal formulas of Carl Pearson. All of we know very well. Now sir, what is new in this chapter? So what is linear regression first of all? So in linear regression chapter, it shows relation between x and y, like in second chapter. But here particular variable is depend on which variable. That relation is shown in this chapter. And here functional relation is created. Here functional relation is created between two variables. So suppose assumption x and y is there, then y depend on x. So how much depend y on x, that we can see in this chapter. And for that we are creating functional relation between that two variables. So what here we need to do? Sir, we need to find regression line, which is functional relation. Regression line y on x. We need to find regression line y on x. So regression line y on x? Yes. Now which is the regression line? In this chapter, you have already, your question is fixed. Find regression line y on x. Because here assumption is that y is depend on x. Here assumption is y is depend on x. That is the assumption. Now which is the regression line? So here y depend on x. So regression line is y is equal to a plus b x. Y is equal to a plus bx. This is the functional relation between x and y, and here y depend on x. So how we can say y depend on x? Remember 11th standard statistics function, in which we are placing the values of x and getting the value of y. So if we are placing the value of x 2, 3, 5, 10, whatever, then we will get value of y. So y depend on x. Without x we cannot find value of y. Sir, what is a and b? Suppose here assumption is there. Suppose a is equal to 3 and b is equal to 0.5. Suppose this is the assumption. So a is equal to 3, b is equal to 0.5 and x as it is. We need to find value of y. So this becomes my function. This becomes my function. Now in this function, if I replacing x is equal to 2, then 2 into 0.5, 1 plus 3, 4, value of y is 4. In this way, if we are putting value of x in the function, we will get value of y. And that's why we can say regression. What is regression? Regression show functional relation between x and y. In second chapter, what is the strength between them? That we can do. In this chapter, by changing the value of x, what is the value of y? That we can assume. This is the difference between two chapters only. Otherwise, mostly calculations are same. So sir, but how we can find value of a? How 3 is there? How 0.5 is there? Now that we need to understand. What is the formula of a? What is the formula of b? If you know that formulas, then sum become easy to all of you. So, if a is equal to 3, if b is equal to 0.5, but sir, how we can find that value? Now we are seeing that formula. So I am clearing this thing. This is only for your explanation. Now sir, we are interested to find a. Because to put value of a in the function, we need a. So write a is equal to. So what is the formula of a? Here y depend on x is there, and in your syllabus y on x only is there. So y bar first. Y bar minus b x bar. Y depend on x, so y bar first, y bar minus bx bar. Suppose there is x depend on y given, then it is not in your syllabus, but just think x depend on y, then x bar minus by bar, and here x is equal to a plus by, should be that. But in this chapter, in your syllabus, only y on x is, so y is equal to y on x, so y depend on x, y is equal to a plus bx. Sir, for that we need value of a. How we can find value of a? A is equal to y bar minus b x bar. How we can find y bar? Sir, we know in second chapter in many sums we have find x bar and y bar. So x bar y bar is easy, but sir, for that b is also required. A is okay, we can find in this way, and then we can put that value a in the function. But sir, what about b? Because to find a, b is required. Now, most IMP thing. Sir, B formulas are very easiest formula. Why? Because B formula is depend on these three formulas. Even Carl Pearson's all formula, by using that Carl Pearson's all formula, we can make B formula. How? C. So here, which type of B is there? So B. Y depend on X is given. So B is also B, Y, X. Y depend on X. That's why B, Y, X. Suppose X depend on Y is there, then it is not in your syllabus. I am repeating again. But suppose X on Y is there. B, X, Y is there. So B, Y, X, Y depend on X. Now make this formula. I am explaining you only one formula, and then you can do yourself, you can make your own formulas on that logic. That is guaranteed. That is 100% guarantee. See, I am making formula of B on the basis of this first correlation coefficient R. Numerator remains same. Sigma x minus x bar, y minus y bar remains same. So I am writing here sigma x minus x bar, y minus y bar. Sir, numerator remain same. Now, sir, y depend on what? X. So depend means base. Depend means base. What is the base of y? Sir, y's base is x. So base means denominator. Denominator is base. So here only x is considered because depend on x. Depend on x. हिंदी में मैं इतना बोलता हूँ, जो पीछे वो नीचे. y on x है ना, जो पीछे वो नीचे. यहाँ पे पीछे x है तो x, पीछे y होगा तो y. आपके कोर्स में तो है नहीं. Again, what is the base? So base is x because y depend on x. So sir, take only x value in denominator. So here I am taking sigma x minus x bar whole square. And most important thing, sir, don't write root sign. Cancel the root sign. Don't write root sign. Now this is the formula of B. Simple. How we can find formula of B? On the basis of first formula, numerator remains same. Numerator remains same. Y depend on x. Depend means base. Base is x. So only write x value in denominator. Don't write y. And most important thing, don't write root sign also. Root sign is cancelled. In this way, we can remember formula of B. So now make formula, second formula on the basis of this, that you can find your B. And I have no doubt about it. So second formula, sir, first formula okay. Now second formula of B. Now these are the formulas of B only. Again, sir, numerator remains same. N sigma xy, sigma x, sigma y. Sir, numerator remain same. Now what should be in denominator? Back is x. X is base. So base is x here. So value of x is only this. Variables are n sigma x square, sigma x whole square. And don't write root sign. Cancel the root sign. Simple one. So this is the second formula of B. Sir, now you can find third formula also. Simplest one. Third formula also we can find. See. Again, third formula of B. Sir, numerator remain same. And sigma UV, sigma U, sigma V divide by n sigma U square minus sigma U whole square. Don't write again root sign. Sir, base is x. You are not writing x. But on the basis of x, what we are finding, sir? U. So write U. Don't do root sign. Again I am repeating. Because some students are doing wrong thing. Writing root sign also. Then answer will be wrong. In this way. Now, in this way, we can find value of B. These are the normal ways. 1, 2 and 3. These three formulas. Now, by using these three formulas, which are the rules to use this formula? That we have already learned in second chapter. Same rules are applicable here. When you can use first, when you can use second, when you can use third. Same rules applicable as per second chapter. Calculation also same. Only you need to put values as per the formula. Now, after finding B, we can find easily A. After finding these two values, so first of all, we need to find these two values. First, we need to find B. Second, we need to find A. And on these two bases, we can make function relation between y and x. And y on x we can make. Now, sir, today I am covering short sums formula also. Because in last lecture, it is already clear. So try to understand. Sir, other formulas for short sums I am writing here. See, R is equal to, sir, we know short sums formula Sxy upon Sx into Sy. Sir, or we can write covariance of xy upon Sx into Sy. That was the value of R. Same, sir, next value of R we can find sigma x minus x bar y minus y bar divided by n. Sx and Sy remain same. This is the second formula of R. Third formula in short questions. So third formula. Denominator remains same and Sx Sy same and Sx Sy remain same. Now in numerator, second formula was used. Write n, take n to the back. So sigma xy minus n, write x bar and y bar instead of sigma x and sigma y. So x bar and y bar. This was the three formulas used in short questions. Same formulas we can use for B also. Same formula we can use for B also. So here I am writing formula for B. Now for finding the value of B, again this is the B, y depend on x, this is the y on x. So again find formula on this basis. Now sir, again we can make. Now what as a student you are making here, I know. First of all I am writing that. What as a student you can write? Sir, Sxy. So write down Sxy. And sir, as per your explanation, we can say denominator only Sx. So as a student you can write till now this thing. Same way covariance of xy. Sir, only Sx because base is x. So only x value we can write in denominator. Next, going ahead. So this second formula of B, sigma x minus x bar y minus y bar divide by n Sx only, sir. With n only Sx we cannot take Sy. So on this logic you can make this formula. Now third formula, sir, last one. Sigma xy n x bar y bar divided by n Sx. This is the third formula of B for short sums. But now I want to clear one important thing. Difference between this three formula and this three formula. Here in these three formulas, we are not writing root sign. It means what? We are making square of it. Because whenever we are making square of root sign, then it will be cancelled. Root sign will be cancelled. And original value we can write. So your root sign is not written. Also your root sign is not given. So what we need to do, that is very important thing. Sir, in this case, we have to write Sx square. because root sign is not there, and we need to cancel it if it is there. So here root sign is not there, it means we are making square of it. Same way here also, sx square is there, here also square is there, here also square is there. This is the very important thing. So in short sums, square must be there because root sign is not there and we need to square it. Here also square is there, that's why root sign is cancelled. So root sign are cancelled. So in this way, I can say to all of you, in this way, we can remember all the formulas. Now actually maximum formula is what? P. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. These are the maximum formulas. And these formulas we have learned in second chapter. On this basis, we are making B formula. So find B. Sir, find A also. A find. How to find A? On the basis of X bar, Y bar and B. X bar, Y bar, you all of you know. Now A and B, on that basis we can find Y on X. So Y is equal to A plus dx. And this is my regression line. Chapter name. Functional relation. What it shows? Functional relation between X and Y. Because on the basis of X we can find value of Y. Now one suggestion is from my side. I know many students are there who can do this work. First of all, remember all the formulas. Then after, do any two illustrations in which there is given find regression line Y on X. And that illustration you can do definitely, I am confident. And in next lecture, we are seeing new sums related to this chapter. Bye-bye.